Hello, you're watching the news right here on CNN News 18. My name is Toya Singh. We are returning now to a story that we have wanted to focus on over the last few hours. Today is 9th International Yoga Day and it's being celebrated across the world. We're going to be focusing on two locations in particular, New York and right here in New Delhi. This year, the Prime Minister is leading a yoga session at the North Lawn of the United Nations headquarters. The theme is Yoga for Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Now, it is selected for the year 2023. The theme describes the desire for one earth, one family, and one future. Now, the Prime Minister in his address today said that yoga is a global spiritual event and that it unites the world. We're going to be playing out for you in just a little while the entirety of what it is that he had to say. Yoga Day, remember, is celebrated as a day to dedicate awareness to the numerous benefits of practicing the ancient art of yoga. We're going to bring you more context on today's celebrations. As we said, we're going to be focusing right here in Delhi and, of course, in New York in a little while from now. On the ground, my colleague Shireen Elizabeth joins us live from AIIMS. The hospital has celebrations planned today around International Yoga Day. Let's go over to her to understand more. Shireen, good morning. It's so lovely to see you this early in the morning. Can you tell us more about what's planned at AIIMS for today?
Good morning, Toya, and it is in fact very nice to be here. All the yoga enthusiasts who have in fact gathered here in large number, and remember, these are all doctors and surgeons and nurses and staff of AIIMS who have come together here, students as well who are studying for MBBS. All of them have in fact gathered here at the central lawn of AIIMS, where they are in fact celebrating Yoga Day by practicing it. It started at around 7 a.m. The message as far as yoga is concerned, and how he will also be performing yoga at IST around 5:30 p.m. So all of them are in fact very excited to see the Prime Minister performing yoga at the United Nations headquarters. Now, if I ask my camera person to pan and show you, in the front row itself, it is in fact the Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia, who is in fact here with all the doctors performing yoga here. And his message was, of course, how for many diseases yoga can actually be beneficial, not just physically but mentally as well. Clearly, you know, this is the day that it has in fact been promoting yoga for all the years we have seen since 2014, when the Prime Minister ensured that yoga should be celebrated globally. Since 2015, in fact, officially it was decided by the United Nations to mark 21st June as Yoga Day. And since then, we have been seeing how the yoga enthusiasts across the world have been doing this. And this year is all the more special with India hosting the G20. The theme is also very similar this time as well. The world is one family, one earth, one family. And with the Prime Minister being in United Nations performing this with around 180 dignitaries, VIPs, it is going to be, of course, a proud moment for India, who have been the founder of yoga altogether. So you can see it's almost been 14 minutes already, where the doctors and staff of here, and from moments it will be getting over. All of them are in fact excited. They all in fact were telling me that how in the evening they will be glued to the screen of the TV screens, because the Prime Minister is going to perform yoga at the United Nations. So, yeah.
Right, we can watch all of those doctors as they undertake the breathing exercises on our screens right now. Now, we promised you earlier that we were bringing you coverage from New York and New Delhi. We have one more city to add to that roster. My colleague Vinaya Deshpande is live with us right now from the Vidhan Bhavan in Mumbai, which is for the first time seeing yoga celebrations of this manner. Good morning, Vinaya. Over to you.
A very good morning, Toya. Yes, we are at the Vidhan Bhavan, where several dignitaries from Maharashtra are present in order to celebrate the Yoga Day. In fact, this is the first official Yoga Day program where the Governor of Maharashtra, Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Speaker of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly are all present on stage. As you can see the visuals on your screens, you can see that the Governor is sitting there flanked by the Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly. After him is the Maharashtra Deputy Speaker. Then we are seeing the Leader of Opposition in Vidhan Parishad. We are also seeing some prominent BJP leaders there. Right now the Chief Minister is speaking on this, addressing all the people present here. In fact, it's not just the ministers from Maharashtra government who are present here for the Yoga Day celebration, but also several bureaucrats and school children who have come from different areas in order to attend a yoga session. You see that a large screen has been put out in order to facilitate the yoga session here. There are at least 300 persons who are here in attendance at Vidhan Bhavan. Now this is technically the area that is outside Vidhan Bhavan, which serves as a parking lot. So you can imagine what is the length and breadth of this ground. But currently everything is completely occupied by children, by bureaucrats, by administrators and by politicians who are keen to take some yoga lessons from Kaivalya Dham, which are going to start soon after Chief Minister's address is over. Remember, because of the protocol, we saw some delay in the program here. This program was slated to begin at 7 o'clock. The yoga session is expected to go on till 8:30. But right now, because of the delay in the arrival of the Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, as well as the Governor, who arrived together at around 7:22 a.m. Thereafter, the program has finally begun. It's still some time before the yoga session actually begins. But for the Chief Minister, this is the second yoga session in action. He already attended one yoga session at the Gateway of India at 6:30 a.m. where Union Minister Piyush Goyal was also present. He was there for just a while, after which he came over to this program. So it's a packed program really for the politicians here in Maharashtra, who expect to spend some time meditating and some time looking inward after the yoga session begins.
Okay.
As we are speaking,
Vinaya, we do need to move now to my colleague Yash, who's also with us. Earlier, Vinaya was in Mumbai. Yash is with us live from a stadium in Noida, so just a few kilometers from where we are. Yash, tell us a little bit more about the proceedings around you right now.
Well, Toya, I'm coming to you from Noida Stadium here in Sector 21, and in fact, you can see in these visuals that Union Minister Smriti Irani is here performing yoga right now. These are the visuals from this very stadium, and you can see how people are decked up over here to perform yoga on this International Yoga Day, the 9th edition of International Yoga Day. In fact, people are here in very good numbers, and in fact, you can see Smriti Irani is not the only BJP leader who is here. In fact, the MP from this very area, Mr. Mahesh Sharma, is also present over here. And in fact, when you're talking to the people, it seems it's a very important day for them, because this is something which they've been following here in Noida from last 7 to 8 years. And now this time around, you can see people here in very good numbers performing yoga together, because it's not just about performing exercise, it's also about coming together. And this is what this year's theme also suggests, which is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which also says that world is one family. So this is not just about performing yoga, this is about giving a larger message to the nation, to the world, that with such practices you can come together on one stage and you can actually be together for these sorts of events. So Union Minister Smriti Irani right now performing yoga with many of the people. In fact, this very program is organized by 3-4 organizations together. Yes, Bharatiya Janata Party is there, and in fact, apart from that, there is Noida Authority which is involved in this entire process. And in fact, this entire stadium is decked up, and in fact, a lot of people have lined up since morning to actually perform yoga. And in fact, it's almost half an hour since these people have been performing yoga. And in fact, from people from all walks of life, from all age groups are here, be it old people, be it children, be it youngsters. So there is definitely enthusiasm amongst the general public over here.